Indianapolis Raceway Park. And here's how we're going to line them up. Starting on the pole, driving the number 35, first to finish race service machine, it's Rocket Rob Warren. Warren on the pole for this 35 lapper, or 50 lapper. Outside row number 1 from Stoneham, Massachusetts. Driving the Star Speedway sponsor machine, it's Nelson Rodriguez. Rodriguez starts outside row 1. Inside row number 2, driving the first to finish, driving the CR Motorsports Exide battery number 55, it's Steady Steve Callahan. Callahan in the 55. Starts third. Next to him, his teammate, and setting second in points from Carrollton, Ohio, number 41 of Keith Powell, sponsored by Icings on Top. Inside row number 3, driving the Southern Hills Storm football team machine, it's Brad Keyser out of Liverpool, New York. Next to him, number 5 of Bob Gangler. And rounding out the field, it's put one on you, Powell. Powell, 42, Carl Becker. Becker coming away from the back. He had problems in his heat race, something wrong with his throttle, hoping that he has that fixed. Well, here we go, folks. 50 lapper on tap for the mighty Supermodifieds at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Fans, don't forget to hit us on Twitter at Supers Online. And we would love to have you hang out with us there on Twitter. Also on Facebook at Supers Online. And Rodriguez, both blue and black cars on the front row. And then you've got 2 orange and yellow cars for the CR Motorsports team in row number 2. Then Keyser and Gangler, red and black in row number 3, and Becker rounding out the field. Current point leader on the pole, current point leader of the Indiana Supermod Challenge, setting in 4th starting position. Watch this one. Feature points only. Green flag flies, and we're racing at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Down the backstretch they go, and they are flying. Warren jumps out to the lead. Rodriguez in second. Now Keyser on the move already into 4th. As Callahan struggling with a loose race car. There goes Keyser looking to get around the 41 of Powell. Now, last year, this race went green to checker. No cautions. We'll see if we can do that this year. Keyser right on the rear nerf for Powell. Battle now for 3rd. The rookie looks to the inside. Pucks back in. Warren and Rodriguez up front. Powell and Keyser, that's a two-car battle on the track. Otherwise, the race pretty well spread out as Callahan gang were both struggling with very loose race cars out there. Looks like Powell might starting to reel in Rodriguez. And we're in car now with Keith Powell. As Powell's looking to catch up to the rear, and he is definitely catching the number 7 of Nelson Rodriguez. And look at this. Now they've got lap traffic coming up. Carl Becker. Top 4 nose to tail now. Watch this, folks. Top 4 nose to tail. Your 2 championship contenders run first and third. They're also the top 2 in the Indiana Supermod Challenge Championship. The 4th race of that series at Regional Tour through the state of Indiana. $15 out of $50. Top 4 still the same. Warren's trying to get away from that pack, but they're ready to pounce. One small slip by Rob Warren, and the longer we go green, the more these tires get worn out. And Keith Powell starting to go to work on the 7 of Nelson Rodriguez. Rodriguez having a good showing so far here at IRP. Oh, Keith Powell looking to the outside of Rodriguez. Sometimes you got to go where they're not. Keyser gets underneath Powell. And they're dicing back and forth. Holy smokes, that's not what Keith Powell wants. He wants to gain a position because right now, this would put him in a tie. Rob Warren would be tied with Powell if they finish the way they are. They would be tied in Indiana Supermod Challenge Championship points. Powell wants to pick up at least one more spot to try to keep Warren within striking distance or keep him behind him going into this second feature. Well, Warren's starting to pull further away from Rodriguez and away from Powell, who sits in third. And we're at the halfway point now. 25 laps in, 25 to go. Pretty good race up front. Still Warren, Powell, Teaser, and Callahan. Everybody gets around Carl Becker. Carl doing a great job out there. Keith looks to the outside again. All looking to the outside of Rodriguez. That's the orange and yellow number 41 of Keith Powell. Sponsored by Icings on Top. Teaser gets underneath. Well, is it over with yet? It doesn't look like it's over with yet. Callahan's starting to move into the contention. And Powell had to gather it up. Tires are going away. Tires are going away on these race cars. Warren, Rodriguez, and Powell still the top three. How about Nelson Rodriguez out of Stoneham, Massachusetts, setting second? Started second, set in second. It sure looks like Powell wants to get around the 7 of Rodriguez. And yet, like we said, he needs every spot he can get. He's trying to keep Warren honest. He came in 7 points behind Warren in the championship, 10 points ahead in the Indiana Supermod Challenge. But if Warren wins this one, they would leave Wing Show tied for the Indiana Supermod Challenge. Powell picked up a few points in time trials, lost a couple in the heat race, and he's got to get her going. There's a 5-point difference between each finishing position of the feature race. And Keyser really is in the catbird seat right now because he knows Powell wants to get around Rodriguez, and all he has to do is wait. Rodriguez gets loose and Powell gets by. And then Callahan goes to Keyser as it looks like there's could be Rodriguez on the front stretch. Rodriguez may have run out of fuel. Rodriguez was going slow on the front stretch. He's rolling again. Rob Warren almost a straightaway ahead of Powell now, but Powell looking a little bit better with 10 laps to go. Warren, Powell, Callahan, Keyser, your top 4 with 10 to go. 9 to go now. And Rodriguez really struggling now as Carl Becker trying to unlap himself from Rodriguez must not have any tires left. Powell trying to hunt down Warren. 6 laps to go. Powell is digging. 5 to go. Does Powell have enough time? Powell is cutting it down. Rodriguez slides high. Oh boy, here they come. 3 to go. Car length, car and a half with 2 laps to go. Keith Powell in the hammer. He's right on his rear Nerf bar now. White flag's going to fly, this time by the stripe. For Rob Warren, can he hang on? Here they come out of turn 4. Warren not giving up the bottom. Powell got loose, but he's still got a shot. Down the backstretch they go. Warren with the win here in the 50 lapper. Boy, we kind of lost track there. Holy smokes. Green 2 checkered at IRP. Don't go anywhere. We've got the non-wing feature coming up. Brad Keyser looks like gets the Super's Charger here. "13 minutes, 54 seconds. Rob Warren out of Pulaski, New York.